Hi everyone, it's Kate from Pot Gang. Today we're going to be planting, very excitingly, Gloria the golden courgette. What you'll need is all in your pack. So we've got instructions here for Gloria the golden courgette. We've got the seed tray and the drip tray underneath. You will have your seeds. There'll be some bigger pots in your pack, but you won't need these at the minute. That's when we pot them on when they get a little bit bigger. So for this stage, you'll need to get your compost and fill up half the tray, so 3 pods on one side. There'll be some lumps and bumps in the compost if you just use your hands and just break those up so that the compost is nice and smooth with no big lumps, and fill it up to the brim. The next stage is to level out the compost so you've got a nice flat surface to plant your seeds on. Now what you need to do is just make a small hole in the middle of each of the pods. Again, if there are some big bits, you can take those out. The courgette seeds are quite big, so they will need a bigger hole. The next stage is planting Gloria, the golden courgette. So you'll take seed dust packets, and they are quite large, so you shouldn't have any trouble. And then it's just 1 seed per hole. If you've got any left over, you can just save them for later. When you're planting the seeds, just make sure you plant them with the pointy end facing up. If you plant them flat, they can rot, so we don't want that. So just remember, pointy end facing up. Then you just cover the seeds over again, just a little bit of compost, and make sure it's nice and level again. Once Cedric has moved in, make sure you label them, and try and label them straight away, because you think you're going to remember what you planted, but believe me, you probably won't. There we go. Gloria needs to be kept nice and warm to get her sprouting. Best way, easiest way to do that is to grab some cling film. So I would just take out your labels, pop it over. Don't do it too tight, because obviously you will be taking it off to water it. And then I just take a sharp knife, make a hole, put the labels, and pop them back in. So my compost is a little bit dry, so I'm going to give it a water. It's really important that Gloria stays nice and damp while she's trying to sprout. So probably watering every day, just to make sure she doesn't dry out. You don't need a lot, because you don't want the drip tray to overflow. So she doesn't need sunlight at this point, but she does need warmth. So the warmest part of my house is on top of the boiler. So that's where we're going to put her for a couple of weeks. So you will have some spare compost at this stage. That's for when you pot her on later on. So just store it somewhere dry and sheltered, and then it'll be ready for repotting. Check on her regularly, obviously, to make sure she has lots of water, and also to see if she starts sprouting, because you will need to move her when she starts to sprout, and that should be in a couple of weeks' time.